Yo, what's good? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the movie Dog Day Afternoon. Movie Dog Day Afternoon is a 1975 film. It's rated R and it's 2 hours and 5 minutes. Directed by Sidney Lumet. I've never heard about this movie at all. When I clicked over the movie just to see what it was about, the thing that caught my attention was it being from 1975. The character in this movie, Sal, he's one of those things in this movie. When I saw the poster, I'm like, this guy looks kind of familiar. So he was giving me more vibes of like, is he one of like the best well-known evil villains in film history, or where have I seen this face from? So one thing while watching this movie, I honestly, what really shocked me, to be honest, was the fact that Al Pacino and John Cazale were both in the Godfather movies. Mind blown, because not only that, this decade, the 70s, that's when The Godfather came out. Al Pacino was literally on his game, especially in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. But this right here was crazy to see Sal on the poster, and then just John in general. I'm just like, whoa, I've seen this before. There was a lot of little puzzle pieces that I was picking up while I'm watching this movie. Another thing that just really shocked me was the fact that Al Pacino is just super young in this movie. Godfather was definitely one of those movies. When I saw Al Pacino on there, I was just shocked on just the youth aspect and how he was really putting out a really cool acting vibe, just straight knew how to handle it. And in this movie, when I saw Al Pacino, I'm just like, this dude kind of looks like a Beatles band member, and he had that vibe. But it's the 70s, so it kind of makes sense. Just very happy to actually get into an Al Pacino role, basically his beginning years, and he was still on fire. So that was really cool to see. This movie right here, getting straight into it, didn't know this was actually based on a real day. The movie is about three robbers going to the Brooklyn bank, and one of them flakes out. Now you have two of them, which is Al Pacino and John's character, to try to take money and get out, but it becomes literally a nightmare in the aspects of, instead of it trying to be like 20 minutes, it becomes 4 hours, and then 8 hours, 12 hours, and it just goes on and on and on. These bank robbers thought it was going to be an easy task, and then ends up becoming a nightmare, literally. Very, very wild, and the story is just even wilder in general. The movie starts right into what's going to happen, and you're getting more character development while the movie's progressing, and that's one thing I really did enjoy, especially getting right into where these robbers are trying to rob the bank. You're seeing a lot of stuff in here where I'm just like, whoa, they're really trying to put this as realistic as possible. So you see a lot of characters in here very, very, very musty, and they put you in those scenarios where, you know, when these characters are not breathing, you kind of put yourself in that moment where it's like, whoa, I feel like I'm not breathing. Really good on just showing the exhaustion and showing the mind pressure that they're dealing with, especially Al Pacino. Al Pacino's acting, I want to give him props, especially just the fact that how busy he was during that decade. But this performance right here, this was an absolutely shocker, because the fact that you're in a Godfather movie and able to put that characteristic out and put this character out in this movie, I'm just very impressed on how Al Pacino's acting from beginning to end was literally a vibe where I'm just super, super amazed. A lot of the stuff that Al Pacino, aka Sony's character, is doing in here really felt like Al Pacino had time to actually put out a lot of this back and forth with negotiating and literally having time to put out real emotion. There's a lot of character focus to see in this movie with Al Pacino. I'm very impressed in every scenario, being on the phone, being in a very hot bank with no AC, and negotiating with the police department and the FBI. The character development with Al Pacino's character is just very impressive, especially the fact that how it ends. Where is this going to be the turning point? Because we're very captivated with seeing Sony and Sal do their thing in that bank. Very, very much crazy psychos. As the movie progresses, Al Pacino is really showing why he could have won Best Actor for this movie. So frame by frame, this dude is absolutely killing it. So this right here really made me think like, whoa, I'm like very behind on Al Pacino's work. Either or, I'm just really appreciating the fact that at this time of my life, I'm able to absorb the dedication that Al Pacino is actually doing. Going to Sal, who's played by John Cazale, not sure how he got presented this script, but the fact that he's reading it, he knew who he can have on board with him. Sal was that low-key character in here where I was honestly like waiting for a moment where this dude was gonna have his wild outburst. That position, that stability, that control of him just being in that focus mode on just knowing that he can shoot anybody at any time. That was one of those underrated roles as well. Those are the ones you have to look out for. And he really did a good job on not really being over Al Pacino's performance. A lot of lines are happening, but this is a movie where you're seeing actors shine. So this is something that I don't really feel that you're gonna get distracted or kind of bored of while the movie is progressing, even with the few locations that this movie is taking you at. The movie is doing really good on just putting you on those high, low emotions that these robbers are actually getting involved with. And then when they start dealing with the feds and stuff, that adds more of just like, how is this movie gonna really end? Are they really thinking it's gonna happen the way they're thinking? Sonny and Sal, those two characters, you're gonna absolutely love them on screen. Adds to this vibe and adds to a classic feel. This movie did win an award. I think Al Pacino got nominated for Best Actor, but he didn't win. This movie did win an Academy Award. It won an award for Best Writing. Overall, the bank looked very classic and did give that era vibe, so I appreciate that. And all the workers did too. Everyone contributed literally on point to that vibe, and I was just looking at every actor, actress doing their thing, and I'm like, whoa, well done in this scenario. Watch this movie if you haven't. Me being this late to it, I highly recommend it. I know there's another movie that's on my watch list named Heat. Haven't seen that movie and hearing great things about that movie. So the fact that I heard all those great things about that movie, I'm already expecting it to be absolutely awesome. This movie right here was amazing as well, but I'm gonna put my expectations at Heat is a little bit better than this one. From beginning to end, you're absolutely gonna love what this movie is bringing. It's not boring. There's a couple funny lines in this movie, so while you're watching or waiting for something to pop off, these characters are gonna give you a chuckle. Camera direction is great. The music score is non-existent basically in this movie, and that's a huge plus, especially putting out a bank vibe movie. You would expect a lot of intense suspense and for the music to add to those moments. After my watching the movie Dog Day Afternoon out of 10, I'm gonna have to give this movie a 9 out of 10. That's my movie review for the movie Dog Day Afternoon. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.